Dang, this thing barely fits on my table. Matter of fact, it doesn't even fit on my shelf. I had to store it on the floor over here. Anyways, this is my Roban 800 size MD-500 that I actually bought used on Marketplace previously with the Huntington Beach Police Department color scheme on it. This was a all white bare bones gel coat model, and I haven't really done anything to it scale wise. I've taken all the pieces off except for this guy and the wispus on the top. This broke off. Honestly, it can just be completely removed. And then I added a little bit more rivet detail, so you can kind of see, it's hard to tell what was there and what I added, but I added a lot of rivets, a lot down here, everything on the belly I did, some of the stuff on the doors. But yeah, so I'm gonna document repainting this thing. I'm gonna paint it as the Consuela from Cletus McFarland. I've been wanting to do it since I bought it, but I haven't really had time, being in flight school, which is cool. I have done my own little details, like we added some pilots in there, and I modified the floor right here. You can see a zip tie with the pull tab. It is a cockpit floor for batteries. It's all magnetic. I've had the mechanics out, completely redid them, rewired everything how I like it so I could easily pull the mechanics out. And yeah, so now I'm gonna get started on the painting process. I would like to bring you guys along. First thing I gotta do is pull the mechanics and get rid of some of these details that the real one doesn't have. First thing I'm gonna do is paint the interior gray. The original one was gray, so I'm just gonna hit it with some of this 2X Rust-Oleum just because. It doesn't have to be fancy, just need it gray. Nice light coat is all we need. You can let the black paint underneath it kind of make it have that weathered look. But yeah, so I'm just gonna do one very light coat, try to get as much as I can. Try not to paint my tree. Usually I'd be holding this, but I'm filming. And very light coat. All right, so window is masked. Interior is completely painted gray. Inside of the window is masked also. I painted the rest of that stuff gray. Doors are ready. Cockpit floor is gray. Added a drip rail. Went on my software and I designed my own hinges. And then I made these clips. I think these clips are too big. I might not use them. Anyways, big thing is that I ordered some cans of spray paint from the local paint store, and I did my my first test. It's kind of screwed up. The left side was base coat in black, the right side was base coat in white. So you can kind of see how the paints cover a little bit. I think maybe this blue color might be the wrong shade. I don't know yet. I think I got this one close, and then the gray on the end pretty close. Unfortunately, I've asked on the Facebook pages, the Cletus McFarland Facebook pages, and I even called Thoroughbred Aviation, and there's can't get any paint codes, so I'm kind of going by pictures, so it's hard to judge. But that's the color samples that I painted out for this bird. Okay, got my color palette. Got the blue. This color is originally what I was gonna go with for the little stripes, but I went back and mixed a new color right here. And this is gonna be the main light blue. And then we have the gray for the flags and the white for the stars. So now what we're doing, so I got myself a gray Scotch-Brite. You don't wanna go too crazy on sanding. I use some 600 here because I'm trying to knock this paint shit down. But basically, we're gonna go through, we're gonna give a good scuff for the paint that's not gonna damage our rivets. All right, everything I'm using to this point is gonna be a 1K automotive paint. This is dries nice and hard, easy to mask and everything, and then the clear coat will be 2K. So right now what I have is a 3-in-1 primer, trying to get everything one color. So we're gonna go nice thin coat. All right, let's get over the boring stuff. Let's do some exciting stuff. Same thing. This is a 1K paint. Just a base coat. Maybe I should call Cletus and let him hit the belly of mine too. A little bit in the hole there. A little bit in the hole there. Light around it. Okay, that's one coat. We'll do one more just to fill it in. We don't want the paint super thick on this thing. It's, you know. And that, my friends, is a base coat. All right, boys. Let me cover this real quick. Got the white down, blue on the front, and wow. So now I could kind of scheme it out. So with the white painted, my next step is to paint all of the gray. And then once the gray is painted, I'll mask off all the gray and the white and all of this white right here. And I'll paint the rest of the helicopter the light blue. Once the light blue is on, then I'll go with the dark blue. And then, or the medium blue. Then once the medium blue is on, tape off everything and hit it with the dark blue. I believe, I can't remember the tail. I think the tail is also the dark blue with light blue tips. And then top her off with a clear coat. So I need to, while it's on here, grab my calipers and measure the star so I can start cutting those, and then count, I guess, how many there are. And this is a little bit off, that'll be different. That's gray too, the letter, so I guess I'll paint the top gray and then I'll mask it and paint it blue. Yeah, I think that's the way I want to do that. That'll darken up the blue on top too. But it's pretty cool to see it in this form. This is pretty much get to see what it's going to look like before it's even done. I like it. All right, we're gonna cut some masking tape and see if this is even possible. It looks like it's pretty damn possible. All right, we burning the midnight oil out here just because I wanted to get this mask and painted before the tape sits on there overnight. So what I did was I masked it and then I hit it with one coat of white. That way anything that bleeds under most likely is gonna be the color that the stars and stuff are gonna be. So now we'll hit it with our gray. And yeah. Sorry, I had to put the camera down. I saw it getting a little fuzzy. Once you get that little bit of like fuzz on there, you got to start laying it on a little thicker. And I put the camera down so I can focus. Some of these stars are not going to turn out perfect like that guy. But hey, you know what? I think it's going to look pretty good. So now I need to run this thing inside so no bugs land on it. All right, I need to get in a better habit of time-lapsing stuff. But anyways, stars and bars are on, covered up. This will stay covered until it's ready for clear coat. So I'm gonna have the trust that I'm not gonna get any overspray in there. And trust me, anywhere overspray can get, it's gonna get. I had a little bit of paint peel up right here. So we're gonna fix that real quick. And we're gonna put blue. Oh shoot, backtrack. I need to mask that white angle piece. Mask that. I'm gonna fix this, paint that white again, mask it up for the white part, and then we're gonna paint blue. And the white part's gonna have to stay masked too for the whole time. So another, trust the system, hopefully that everything under there is fine. Let's fix this. All right, last color. We're gonna do a nice, quick, easy mist over these letters real quick. Live action, brother. All right, quick update. Got to burnish those lines down. This is all base coat, no clear coat yet. This is how it looks. So I had some bleed out right there, so I'll have to touch that up probably with an airbrush. And then I missed that piece, white, and I also missed on my doors. I forgot after I primer, I was using white primer. So I used white primer and I never put white base coat. You can't tell on the video, but that's a different color than that. So I gotta repaint the white, just the white on the doors. This is my masking that I just ripped off. Gotta repaint all these little white pieces and paint right there white. Touch up right there. And then the other side was pretty good. I think, yeah, right there. I had a little drop. Damn, you could really see the orange peel from the base coat that was on here. I tried to sand that as much as I could without removing detail, but yep. Right there's a little bit of a discrepancy, but it'll be covered by a hinge, so I'm not worried about it. Got to repaint the inside. I painted the inside gray, and then I decided not to mask it, so that's getting redone. Yeah, I don't know how long this video is going to be, guys. Hopefully this is entertaining to you. Here's the bottom. Cleet just posted a video of Kyle from 1320 skydiving out of his helicopter, and that was the last thing I needed, was to see the bottom. Still never seen the top, so I kind of guessed right here with what I felt like it should look like. Don't know, but I think it looks pretty good. This is the very interesting blue right here. It's got a lot of red in it. It's really hard to like come up with a similar color of what he has on his helicopter. So, yep, all in all, I think that's looking pretty dang on good. Just like that. Got some clear coat on there. Man, looks pretty good. That medium color blue pops pretty dang good with the clear on it. Hopefully I didn't miss any spots. I don't think I did. It's hard to tell sometimes. This stuff is, yeah, it's pretty much dry. Let it cure for a little while. I'll pull the tape off, and that's the last piece of tape that I'm worried about having overspray. If I have to replace the windows, I will, but I don't wanna. Yeah, that's looking pretty dang good. And a little bit of orange peel. A lot of that was already on that old paint job. Nothing I can do about it. Honestly, it looks worse on camera than it is. It's pretty dang clean paint job. So yeah, hopefully this thing, I guess I'm squeezing by. There it is in the shade. I got the tail drying right there. Got the doors. Got 2 more doors way up there. The landing gear. Still got to paint the black on the steps in the bottom. But yeah, so all I got to do now is wait. All right, so with my 3D printer down there. It's a resin printer. I actually designed it for this helicopter. Can't see them on the other side, but these are electrical sockets, like the kind of round ones that twist and lock in. And kind of just threw them on there. There you go. Put some wires on it, cables, hydraulic, whatever. I don't know what the real one is using. And then this is a actual functional hook. This one's not going to be functional on this one, just because it's made out of resin. It's not strong enough to do anything. But there you go. So I got the cargo hook. I'm gonna freshen it up a little bit with some paint, kind of make it look more realistic. This is just regular wire. This is electrical tape rolled up and then glued on. Excuse me. So yeah, kind of just doing the little scale details. We got the antenna down here. These guys, one in the back, one on top. All of these are on the real one. Kind of been looking at pictures of it and trying to get a good idea of what I need to add and what I'm not going to add, because you can't add everything. Otherwise it would never be done. But anyways, so there's some of the scale details coming along, and let's put the lights on next. All right, lights are installed. Just got to do some touch-up paint. That guy down there, and then I don't know if Consuela actually has this, but I added it. It's a position light. And then the anti-collision light also has cockpit lighting and a landing light. Still got to add the pedals. I haven't decided if I'm going to 3D print something, my own design, or if I'm just going to reuse them. But yeah, so let's go ahead and glue on. I printed these, so I need one more. Goes right there, and then an oil tank cover. Let's glue these on, and then let's take it outside and show you the mostly finished result. There's still some stuff I got to do to it, but this video is going to be 1,000 days long if I don't finish it up now. All right, and with that B-roll, that's gonna wrap this up. Now this project's not done. I still need to add the danger and the American flag and Consuela flag, or the Venezuelan flag. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for this. So I got my iPad, because I'm editing the video right now and I realized I never filmed an outro. But if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Or don't subscribe. Either way, if you like this video, let me know how you feel about it. I did this because I think this is a pretty cool looking helicopter. I'm an aviation enthusiast, and I'm excited to put some flight time on this thing. And hopefully now it's going to be a lot easier to see than when it was just black and gray. But yeah, anyways, appreciate you guys if you stuck around this far, and see ya on the next one.